on the big day. My name's Tamika. And if you have any questions throughout the rehearsal, just feel free to ask me. So if we could just start by grabbing everybody's name, please. Lim?
Philip Gotten.
Chloe.
Ashley. Ashley, it's lovely to meet you all. So I'm so glad all the rain's held off for today. So I've printed off a copy of the ceremony for each of you, just so you can follow through with me. I'll just be running through all the headings and elements of the ceremony, just so when it's the big day, it'll just run as smoothly as possible. So basically, we'll just begin the ceremony by introducing myself. So I just introduce myself by saying that I'm an authorised celebrant, and then I talk about how Chloe and Philip met, and then we run through some of the simple ground rules. How does that sound?
Good.
Great. So from here, we then move on to the monitor, which is where I state the legalities of marriage. We then do the asking, where you say your I do's. This will then be followed by the ring exchange and the legal vows. Were there any questions so far? No? Great. So now, have you guys decided on who's the ring bearers?
Cozy.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
So both of you.
I thought we had to choose someone. Oh,
Great.
Lim.
Lim.
Sorry, how can I betray you like that?
Okay, great thinking. We'll run through that as well. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, just get yourself together. Okay. So then we move on to where you say that you take each other to be lawful wedded husband and wife, and so forth. We'll run through that as well in a moment. How does that sound?
Yeah, good.
Good.
Awesome. Okay, so great. So now we are getting to the pointy end of the ceremony where the ritual will be performed. This will be a tree planting ceremony. We'll run through that now, if that's okay.
Yep.
Great. Okay. So we'll just
Being a
walk
school, I know
over.
where I'm at.
Okay, bye-bye. Alright, so I'll just go over here. Come over with me.
Ooh, what's going on?
I was looking at the first one.
Okay, so basically what happens is I'll begin by saying we've come to a special moment in the ceremony where we're going to do the tree planting ritual, and both of you will stand behind the table, and I'll just give these to both these pots, and then so I'll just say, so Philip, you pour half of your soil in the bucket, and then Chloe, you pour your half of your soil in the bucket, and then you both pour your soil together as you unite as one. And as one tree, yep. And then you hold this watering can and pour the water in together, obviously. And then basically that's it. And then we just go back and we stand at the ceremony station.
Cool.
Awesome. So were there any questions about that?
No. Is that before or after the ceremony?
So that's during the ceremony.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'll just introduce it.
Doing something good for the environment as well as
Absolutely.
marrying
Absolutely.
my best friend.
Absolutely. So basically, yeah. So you'll put your rings on, you'll do your rings, and then we'll do the ritual.
Yep.
Yep.
So, did we end up getting a ring for me?
Yes, we did. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so so basically after this, it'll be followed on from the declaration, and then the kiss, and then the signing of the legal documents.
Oh.
The best part of the ceremony.
The catch.
Yeah. So now you've both discussed, would you like to say you may kiss the bride, or you may kiss, or...
You may kiss the bride, I guess.
Yeah, okay.
No, you may kiss.
You may kiss, you may kiss? Okay, Chloe usually
Can we
goes
say...
first.
Oh, okay.
So fantastic, no worries, I'll jot that down. So
You
the
ask
declaration
what
you're asking? Awesome. So the declaration is the official announcement which makes you guys legally wed.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
The best
Yeah,
part.
great. Oh, I see, awesome.
Oh, I see.
Now, that's all said.
I see no one.
Yeah. Remember, you're Chloe, not Red.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so now that's all said, I'll just get everybody to stand where they'll be standing on the big day. So Chloe, would you be able to stand at the back of the aisle, which is back here? Just stand next to Mum, I reckon. And then Philip, yep, you just stand there. And so I'll be here. And then Ashley, you'll stand here. But of course, on the big day, you'll walk down in front of Chloe. So maybe what you could do, you could maybe go to the front as well. Okay, so I'll introduce it by saying, so the groomsmen will already be standing here ready, and then the music will start, which Lou will press, and then when the music starts, that's when Ashley walks down, you stand here, and then, just in a moment, and then followed on, Chloe comes down as well. Okay, so, if you guys both want to walk down, that'd be really good. So, Ashley, yeah, you walk down, and then Chloe, you stand here, and then you give your bouquet to Ashley. Awesome. And then you just got to face each other a bit.
Oh,
You
nice.
two, yeah. And then you just fan out. So just like face. No, so you can come a bit close, but just face out a little bit. Yeah. And then Aaron, if you could just maybe stand up just a bit more of an angle. Awesome. Great. And then I'll say, I call upon the persons here present. So you got to repeat after me.
Where are we?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm up to this. That's right.
Right now, we can confirm Liam to have his hands.
Right now, good. Okay. You want me to say this? Philip? Oh, I guess the front. Is that wrong?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you're on a different one to me.
Yeah, they're all different.
No, they shouldn't be. I think it's all the same thing.
Anyway,
Thanks.
get on
Thanks,
with it.
mate. Okay, great. Okay. So, would you prefer Lim to have his hands behind his back or clasped in the front?
Front. What is?
Awesome. Okay, so no worries. So during the ceremony, Lim, just keep your hands clasped in front of you because it looks best for the photos. Unless everyone claps, then of course you can clap as well.
Yep, all good.
So now the men are standing. Are you right to begin the ceremony, Chloe?
Yep.
No flower girl?
No problem.
No worries, that's okay. So when I start the song, which we'll just pretend it's going to play because we'll just wait for the big day,
Yep.
if that's okay.
Yep.
We'll just wait for a moment and then you can walk down. And then once you're at the front, like I said, you just give the bouquet off. Okay, so should we practice that part again? Yeah?
Yeah.
I just made it up. So if you just want to stand up here,
Oh, yeah.
near the film, if you want to go to. Okay.
Can I hold something?
Yeah, I guess you can maybe like hold the bottle. Okay, so is everybody on the same page?
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome.
Maybe. Yeah.
Are we after song starts?
Yeah, so I'll just, you don't need to say anything.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, you just say we'll walk in arm in arm. So great. Now, Chloe, as your dad is walking down with you,
Do it.
you can go arm in arm or just walk side by side. It's up to you.
Arm in arm.
Arm in arm?
Yeah.
Awesome. That's a great idea. So when you get to the front, George will shake Philip's hand.
Who's George?
The dad.
How are you?
And give shake Philip's
Can I
hand.
practice the handshake?
Yeah.
Who's George? Cousin.
Yeah, okay, yep. Whoever's, yep. Dad, can you come forward, please?
Is that an actual person?
Georgie.
Yeah.
You're my dad.
You're going to walk down the aisle, you need to come shake your hand. Oh no, they're going to walk together.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
walk together. So arm in arm, yep, okay. Okay.
Do it, bro.
Okay, so once you shake the hands, you give Chloe a little peck. Yeah, no, they'll give each other.
Yes. On the cheek, though, isn't it? Father and
It
son.
is.
I mean, father and daughter.
A kiss on the cheek would be good, yeah. And then,
Probably more appropriate.
and then you just send her on her way to the front.
Wait, where do I stop walking?
Maybe just when
Shake
you get
my
to the front,
hand.
you can post something.
Shake your hand and then
yeah.
you get to the back.
Yeah, and then shake hands, kiss dad, and then you'll be here. So once you're at the front, bouquet to Ashley, and then so forth. Okay, so Ash, you start walking, and so I'll tell you when to start. Okay, and step to the side, fan off, and start. Great job. Close the front. Yep, bouquet, yep. Okay, awesome. So yeah, basically we just do the handshake at the beginning as a sign of respect and trust. Great. So,
In between the Georgie
Okay.
and Phil.
so did you want to do that from the top, or have we got that covered?
Got that down. I'm
Got
nice.
that- Yeah, yeah.
Did they practice the kiss? Or?
Well,
We haven't been all
so-
week.
Okay. we'll just practice it one more time.
Just
because it's in the script, so we'll just practice it one more time if that's okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Great. So jump back up there. No.
Nope, no. Sorry, I should have.
Okay, so Chloe and Ashley, you can go to the front. Yeah. Oh, ta. Thank you, Papa. Got the wings up the wings down here. Thank you. Okay, so music starts. Yeah, shake hands, kiss. Okay, so I'll just Chloe walks down. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and then begin. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Shake hands. No, a kiss. Awesome. That looks really good, everybody. I think that looks really great. So from here, we'll begin the introduction, address to guests, and then the couple story. Now, because this is only the rehearsal, we won't run through the entire ceremony. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
So now the next thing I'd like to practice, actually the way that I introduce the ceremony, I'll just say the first few lines just so you know when we're beginning. So I just say, good afternoon everybody, thank you for your patience. I do ask if any photographs taken throughout the ceremony, please stay to the side of the aisle, as they're all professional photographers. And then I'll ask groom Philip and groomsmen to now stand at the back of the aisle and give them a round of applause. Yeah, so we're just underlining this section.
Last next page.
Yeah, awesome. So that's basically just the ground rules because we don't want people in the aisle because it doesn't look good for professional photos, obviously. Awesome. So from there, we'll begin the introduction and address the guests. Then the couple story, but like I said, because it's only rehearsal, we won't run through the entire ceremony. And then the next thing I'd like to practice is the ring exchange. That will happen after the personal vows. I'll introduce the ring exchange by asking both sisters to come forward. Both sisters will stand to the side of their respective sibling, and then they'll obviously give the rings to the sibling. When you both get to the front, I'll ask you to give your rings to your child. Then I'll thank your sisters, and then we'll do the exchange. I won't say everything, just keep it a little more of a surprise, but let's begin. So I'll start it by saying, with no beginning or end, to remind us that what goes around must come back, and with the love we give, truly does come back. Can Philip's sister Lee and Chloe's sister Elizabeth please come forward with the rings? Thank you, sisters. They don't need to come forward now, obviously, because they're not here. So they come over and they give you the things. So, perfect. Basically, the last thing I wanted to practice is the recession, which is when I pronounce you husband and wife and you walk out. So what will happen is I'll say, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I introduce you for the very first time as husband and wife, the very new Mr. and Mrs. Go Me.
Go. Ooh.
Okay.
I love you, Mrs. Gold. Mrs. Gold. We hard for gold.
I love the
Okay, so from here. Okay, so from here, Chloe, you'll take the bouquet back off Ashley. And so you guys, you'll exit together. So obviously you'll hold hands. Okay, hold hands. Okay.
And we exit.
Exit. Lim and Ashley, hold hands or link arms, whatever you prefer.
We go to that table there.
Awesome. Now how does that work? Is that all good?
Yep.
Awesome. So if you just come back down here for a sec. Okay, and then after that, it'll just follow on with both of your parents. They'll go off first, so the first row of people will go off first, second row, third row, etc., and then everyone leaves. Awesome. Awesome, great. That's perfect then. 5 minutes to go. Awesome, I'm almost done. Awesome, yeah, literally almost at the end, everybody. So I just got the last little bit. We'll just run through the ending just one more time. Just drag it out 5 minutes, that's okay.
And we practice the writing or?
Does it have to be a certain?
What about the ring? Practice the ring.
Yeah. Oh no, but we're not actually doing the ring. Yeah. Huh? What was that? Sorry. Oh no. Well, we could do the signing. Yeah, we could practice the signing. What do you think?
Just tall some shit.
We could actually. Yeah, I guess we could just go over and I can just show you the document.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sounds good.
Okay. Oh, where's the pen?
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just here. Yeah. Great. Okay. So basically, you'll stand on this side, and you. It might be a little bit close. Oh no, it's not.
That's alright.
Okay, you can sit down. That's okay. No, that's fine. So these will be here. And so you stand here. Stand here, and then I'll just actually stand here because I'm not meant to lean over. But basically, what will happen is, Broom, Philip, you will sign the documents first, and then Chloe will sign them, and then Ashley will sign them, and then Lynn will sign them. Okay. Oh, you guys, you're on the opposite sides. Yeah, well, that's right. This is what the rehearsal's for. That's completely right. Okay, awesome. So basically, all you have to sign is so you don't need to sign anything now, but the signatures to the parties. So you'll just sign here, and then Chloe, you sign here. Lynn, you'll sign there underneath, and then Ashley, you'll sign here, and then where I've X'd the things, that's where you sign again. So you just sign under your name.
Yep.
I wrote it you as Lynn, sorry. Leslie, sorry. Yep. And then Ashley, you just write under yours, and you just do above too. So you'll go here, Philip,
Cool.
and then Chloe, you're here, and then I just sign here, and then it's the exact same on these sides too.
That's all official.
And then it's done. And that's it.
Lovely. Sweet.
Yeah, so thank
was
you.
that?
So was there any other questions or anything about the ceremony? No?
Nope.
Awesome.
No.
All good?
All good.
Awesome. Okay, well thanks everybody for coming today. If you do have any questions in the next few days before the ceremony, feel free to give me a call. I'm always available by email as well, so yeah, just get ready for the big day. Woohoo! Awesome. No worries,
Let's get
okay.
married.
Done. Let's get married. Awesome.